kasaysayan, kababalaghan, politika, current events, at iba pa. Huwag magpahuli, ating alamin, tuklasin dito sa Historiador. Filipino. Matapos ang makaraang araw na inanunsyo ni U.S. President Donald Trump ang planong pagtigil sa pagpulbos sa Iran, ay muli na naman itong humarap sa media kahapon at inanunsyo ang para sa kanya ay tagumpay ng Estados Unidos laban sa Iran. Bagamat maraming dismayado at sinisisi ang Estados Unidos kung bakit naapektuhan ang halos buong mundo sa pagtaas ng presyo ng langis bunga ng pag-atake ng Estados Unidos at Israel sa Iran, na siya namang naging dahilan para isara ng Iran ang Strait of Hormuz, rason para hindi makadaan ng maraming barko na may kargang langis papunta sa iba't ibang nasyon. Pero inisa-isa ni Donald Trump ang kanyang mga rason kung bakit niya pinuntirya na hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng armas nuklear ang Iran. Narito ang pahayag ni Trump sa kanyang pagharap sa media.
As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury, targeting the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield. Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's navy is gone. Their air force is in ruins. Their leaders, most of them terrorist regime they led, are now dead. Their command and control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is being decimated as we speak. Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons, factories, and rocket launchers are being blown to pieces. Very few of them left. Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before. Before discussing this current situation, I also want to thank our troops for the masterful job they did in taking the country of Venezuela in a matter of minutes. That hit was quick, lethal, violent, and respected by everyone all over the world. After rebuilding our military during my first term, we have by far the strongest military anywhere in the world. And now we're working along with Venezuela and are, in a true sense, joint venture partners. We're getting along incredibly well in the production and sale of massive amounts of oil and gas, the second largest reserves on Earth after the United States of America. We're now totally independent of the Middle East, and yet we are there to help. We don't have to be there. We don't need their oil. We don't need anything they have, but we're there to help our allies. Tonight I want to provide an update on the tremendous progress our warriors have made in Iran, and discuss why Operation Epic Fury is necessary for the safety of America and the security of the free world. From the very first day I announced my campaign for president in 2015, I have vowed that I would never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon. This fanatical regime has been chanting death to America, death to Israel for 47 years. Their proxies were behind the murder of 241 Americans in the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut, the slaughter of hundreds of our service members with roadside bombs. They were involved in the attack on the USS Cole, and they carried out the countless other heinous acts, including the just horrible, bloody atrocities of October 7th in Israel. Something that most people have never seen anything like it. This murderous regime also recently killed 45,000 of their own people who were protesting in Iran. 45,000 dead. For these terrorists to have nuclear weapons would be an intolerable threat. The most violent and thuggish regime on earth would be free to carry out their campaigns of terror, coercion, conquest, and mass murder from behind a nuclear shield. I will never let that happen. and neither should any of our past presidents. This situation has been going on for 47 years and should have been handled long before I arrived in office. I did many things during my 2 terms in office to stop the quest for nuclear weapons by Iran first, and perhaps most importantly, I killed General Qasem Soleimani in my first term. He was an evil genius, brilliant person, a horrible human being, however, the father of the roadside bomb, and he lived just horrible what he did. Iran would have been perhaps in far better, stronger position. Had he lived, we would have had probably a different conversation tonight. But you know what? We'd still be winning and winning big. And then very importantly, I terminated Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, a disaster. Obama gave them $1.7 billion in cash, green cash. Took it out of banks from Virginia, D.C., and Maryland, all the cash they had. Flew it by airplanes in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran, and they would have had them years ago, and they would have used them. It would have been a different world. There would have been no Middle East and no Israel right now, in my opinion, the opinion of a lot of great experts, had I not terminated that terrible deal. And I was so honored to do it. I was so proud to do it. It was so bad right from the beginning. Essentially, I did what no other president was willing to do. They made mistakes, and I am correcting them. My first preference was always the path of diplomacy, yet the regime continued their relentless quest for nuclear weapons and rejected every attempt at an agreement. For this reason, in June, I ordered a strike on Iran's key nuclear facilities, an Operation Midnight Hammer. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Those beautiful B-2 bombers performed magnificently. We totally obliterated those nuclear sites. The regime then sought to rebuild their nuclear program at a totally different location, making clear they had no intention of abandoning their pursuit of nuclear weapons. They were also rapidly building a vast stockpile of conventional ballistic missiles and would soon have had missiles that could reach the American homeland, Europe, and virtually any other place on Earth. Iran's strategy was so obvious. They wanted to produce as many missiles as possible, and they did, with the longest range possible, and they had some weapons that nobody believed they had. We just learned that out. We took them out, and we took them all out so that no one would really dare stop them. And their race for a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon like nobody's ever seen before. They were right at the doorstep. For years, everyone has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons, but in the end, those are just words if you're not willing to take action when the time comes. As I stated in my announcement of Operation Epic Fury, our objectives are very simple and clear. We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project power outside of their borders. That means eliminating Iran's Navy, which is now absolutely destroyed, hurting their Air Force and their missile program at levels never seen before, and annihilating their defense industrial base. We've done all of it. Their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their missiles are just about used up or beaten. Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military, crush their ability to support terrorist proxies, and deny them the ability to build a nuclear bomb. Our armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been anything like it militarily. Everyone is talking about it, and tonight I'm pleased to say that these core strategic objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the 13 American warriors who have laid down their lives in this fight to prevent our children from ever having to face a nuclear Iran. Twice this past month, I have traveled to Dover Air Force Base, and It's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, their wives, their husbands. We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission for which they gave their lives. And every single one of the people, their loved ones said, "Please, sir, please finish the job." Every one of them. The nuclear sites that we obliterated with the B-2 bombers have been hit so hard that it would take months to get near the nuclear dust, and we have it under intense satellite surveillance and control. If we see them make a move, even a move for it, we'll hit them with missiles very hard again. We have all the cards, they have none. It's very important that we keep this conflict in perspective. Because of the actions we have taken, we are on the cusp of ending Iran's sinister threat to America and the world. And I'll tell you, the world is watching. And when we do, when it's all over, the United States will be safer, stronger, more prosperous, and greater than it has ever been before. May God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much and good night.
Hindi masisi ng Amerika at Israel ang ilang bansa na labis na naghirap kung bakit tila dismayado ito sa kanila dahil sa matindi naman talaga ang epekto nito sa kanilang ekonomiya. Simulang naging triple ang presyo ng gasolina nang lumalim na ang giyera nila sa Iran. Pero may punto ang Estados Unidos at Israel kung bakit kinakailangang mapigilan ng Iran na magkaroon ng armas nuklear dahil sa radikal na mga pag-iisip ng mga kanilang mga namumuno kung saan ay malaki ang posibilidad na maaari nilang gamitin ang armas nuklear na ito sa kanilang mga kinukonsiderang kalaban kapag meron na sila nito. Klaro naman siguro na walang pakialam ang Iran na idamay ang ibang bansa kung saan ay may base militar ang mga Amerikano kahit na ang ilan ay sibilyan ang mga tinatamaan. Ang pagsara nila sa Strait of Hormuz ay isa ring palatandaan na wala silang pakialam kahit na madamay rin ang ibang bansa basta't makabenipisyo lamang sila ay gagawin talaga nila. Ang tanong ngayon, sino ang papalag sa Iran kung sakaling muli na naman nilang isara ang Strait of Hormuz at hindi na makialam ang mga Amerikano? Ayon kay Trump, ang Estados Unidos ay walang pakinabang sa Strait of Hormuz dahil sa mga langis na ginagamit nila ay hindi dumadaan doon, kundi mismo sa kanilang bansa at sa katabi nitong Venezuela na pangalawa sa buong mundo na may pinakamalaking reserve ng fossil fuel. Ano pa kayang mga posibleng mangyari habang paubos na ang 3 linggong pananatili ng pwersa ng Estados Unidos sa Iran? Ito ang mas nakakabahalang dapat bantayan. Kung gusto nyo ng mga ganitong klaseng videos, panoorin, pindutin ang notification bell, mag-subscribe at i-share sa mga kaibigan. Maraming salamat po. Hanggang sa susunod dito sa Historiador Filipino